Good morning, everyone. This is Stephanie Paul. We'll be starting shortly to go over Mutual of Omaha's long-term care e-app in about short 5 minutes. Just a few things to cover. We will be recording this webinar and it will be on the website later today, so you can view it again. Because we are recording, you all are on mute, and at the very end, we will be taking some time to answer any questions. So we will be starting in just a few minutes. Thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. Again, it's Stephanie Paul, and we'll be going over the Mutual of Omaha long-term care e-app. Excited to see all of you guys on here wanting to learn the e-app. It's a really easy process. I think all of you will really enjoy it. Just going to give them a few seconds till I'll get logged in. All right. So where we're going to start today is mutualofomaha.com. You want to go ahead and log in there. All right, so the sign in button is right here at the top right corner. You'll want to click on there. If you've never used their website, you'll want to register right here. You will need your agent number, just so you know. If you've never done that, you can give us a call after and we can definitely walk you through it. Today, we're going to go ahead and sign in to the sales professional. Enter in your username, password. And here is the home page. I am fighting a little bit of a cold, so just bear with me if I sound a little rough. Where we're going to start is right here on the left side, electronic applications. Just wanted to show you a little bit of their homepage real quick. If you need any forms and materials, you can always use this link right here. It's really easy to follow. They download right to your computer. So today we'll go ahead and click on electronic applications. And you'll see on the left side, all of their EAPs, the Medicare supplement, the dental, the life, long-term care, disability, critical illness. Let's click on long-term care. And today we're going to be in the sandbox. This is where you'll want to go if you want to practice an EAP, get a feel for it. You can walk through the entire process. That's where we'll be starting. When you're with a client and you're ready to do a live EAP, you'll want to go ahead and click the start or continue an EAP. If you've started one and you're ready to finish it, that's where you'll want to go. Another quick thing, the quick start guide. This is an amazing tool. I always let the agents know to have it handy. It honestly walks you through step by step of the EAP process. So if you're on the line with someone and you're getting a little stuck, you can always go to this and it will show you exactly where they're at, the signature process, how it looks on their end. So always have it handy. Also, the frequently asked questions is a nice tool to have if you want to know, does Mutual accept credit card payments? What are the benefits? How do I access? It's always nice to have that handy as well. And of course, there is a training video. We will have this one on our website as well if you need to access it. So again, we'll just go to the sandbox. And you'll see I do have a few of them ready to go. So when you're coming in, you'll want to do a start application. And you'll choose the product, long-term care. Very important. You want to choose the client's residential state, not where you're at, but where they actually live. And the next most important is the commission code. For the states in the west side, we usually use AZ, but if you have a question on which code you have, if you have many of them, you can either call Mutual or us and we can point you in the right direction. And then you'll start application. Really quick, a single applicant or dual applicant. If you're doing a husband and wife, you'll want to click dual and part B will show up and you'll need to fill out the additional information for the additional spouse. A single applicant will just show section A. I'm going to save and exit so that you guys can see the one that I've already started. Just wanted to show you how you can get in there. So now we'll go to view applications because I've already started one. And you'll see here's the one that we just started a second ago. So let's go in view. Now when you're going into your application, you'll see the product's long-term care, the client's residential state is Colorado, my commission code, it's a single applicant, the client's first name, last name, and right now our status is incomplete. Another important section is the attachment. If you have maybe blood work or a previous decline that you have the email ready to go, you can put it in there, or if you have a special authorization, you can attach it. If you forget, you can always send it in later, but you can always attach. Review is submit to back office. We'll show you how that works later on. In the Actions tab, you can either view the policy or you can edit it or delete. We'll edit the application because we're not ready to submit just yet. And you'll notice on the left side, all of the yellow means that there's something missing and it needs our attention. You may need to scroll down to find out where the item is missing. One part I do want to pay attention to is the first name, last name. We do see a lot of applications come into the office and it has the first name and the last name reversed. Very, very important to pay attention to that portion because if it is reversed, the signature process will come and it will have the last name, first name, and you'll actually have to redo the entire application or have wet signatures. So very, very important to just always pay attention. It's last name, first name, just like on the paper application. All right, so I'm going to go to one that I've done so you guys can see how easy it is to fill out the questions. We're not going to go over each one since the application is exactly like the paper app with the questions. I really wanted to show you on some of the portions where Section D, this is very important. If you click yes on one of these, it does say do not continue. You'll see it has a drop down that says we're unable to accept this application, do not continue. It will still allow you to continue, but you'll need to know that if that's an accident, it will actually initiate a requirement and an amendment or an initial. So you really want to just pay attention to what you're doing, and if you accidentally hit yes and it pops something up, just to pay attention and go back to that. Just going through. Anything that is yellow needs to have an answer in there. All right. Now, on the health questions, again, it's going to show you where you're missing. If you do hit a yes button, it will initiate a drop down. So it wants you to give an explanation for that yes answer. So if you hit no, if you hit yes, it's going to, of course, bring down another drop down. Sometimes you do have to scroll to the very end just to see what's missing. A lot of the times people call in and they don't know why the yellow is still there, and usually it's just something at the very end. Another important section is section I and J. This is where you're going to choose the secure versus the custom, and then it's going to let you enter in the information right off of the quote. Now, section K is the premium information. Again, we have a lot of calls on this. If they want to have the conditional insurance, very important that they will need 2 months premium, 1 month in California, to have that conditional insurance effective. The second part of it, it has to be date of application. And the third is there has to be an initial premium payment. If they don't want conditional insurance, just click the box no, date policies issued. Now, if you accidentally put an amount in here, Mutual of Omaha will be wondering how the premium is going to get paid. If you check, they'll be waiting for a check to come to them. If you accidentally mark it and you do not want an initial premium, then you just want to put a 0 in there and double click the box that you accidentally checked, and it will go away. It will, if you accidentally put a 0 and click one of these boxes and Mutual of Omaha gets it and it was an accident, it will initiate a initial and a requirement at the end of the policy. So let's just double click that because we're not going to be doing an initial premium. The modal premium, if you do select monthly, it's going to bring a drop down because you have to have the banking information. If they don't want the banking information provided just yet, choose a different mode, and then you can always change it on delivery. And see how quick this application is. Of course, I'm going through it quickly, but it's exactly like the paper app. So if you want to have one handy, you definitely can. Another portion people miss is the authorization for release of information to my insurance agent or agency, the HIPAA agent release form. It is a box you have to check right here. If you don't check it, the signature page at the end won't be provided. You can always get a wet signature and send it in later, but it is section M, and it's just the box you have to check. All right, and it's asking the birth date. So now you'll notice all of the yellow on the left side is now disappeared. All the producer information. So what we'll do is save and exit. And you'll see our status has changed from incomplete to complete, ready to sign. If you want to look at the application one more time, you can just view it, and then you can exit out. It's going to be saved. If you weren't ready to do signatures, you could always go back out and then come back in, and it will still all be saved. You'll notice that under the status, it does now say complete. So let's request signatures. We're ready to go. You'll notice under Jane Doe, it says actions. We can either sign it now if the client is sitting in the office and you guys are ready to sign, then you click that. If you want to email it, let's say you're doing a phone app, a tele app, then you can do email. Very, very important to make sure that email address is correct, because what it's going to do is generate an email to the client for them to go through the steps to sign the application. If you do have a husband and wife and they're using the same email, you'll want to do applicant A first, have them go through the entire signature process, then come back and email applicant B if they're using the same email address. If you don't, it will just wipe out applicant A's. So I'm going to have the client Jane Doe here in the office, and we'll sign it together. So hit sign. Very important is to click on both of these blue links to open each document. If you don't, then the boxes to check won't be highlighted to be able to click on them. So let's just open both. The important documents is all of the leave behind paperwork that you see in the back of the paper application. The things you should know, the rate increase history, things that you should have before your phone interview or face-to-face interview. So it's very nice to have those. Then you just exit right out and you go back and you see it's still not highlighted because you haven't clicked on that. Electronic signature consent. This is just consenting that the client is allowing to use the electronic signature. So you want to open that one and close it. And now you can see that both of these boxes are ready to go. So I do agree to consent the use of electronic signatures. I agree to sign my application for insurance. And now we can go ahead and sign the application. You'll notice at the very top you can hit next or next signature. I always say to use next signature because then it will go directly to where we need to sign. If you hit next, you just go page by page. So you'll scroll down until you see the yellow box and hit sign. And you'll notice that it was digitally signed by Jane Doe and the date. Again, if the name is backwards, it would say Doe Jane, and we'd have to go and get it re-signed. So just double check when you're going through it. Hit next signature, scroll, click sign. It's just easy as that. There you go. Next signature, sign. Next signature, sign. Next signature. And here is our authorization because we did click that button. The next thing that you have to do is hit this yellow finish button. If you don't, it will not save the signatures and they'll have to do it over. A lot of the times it does honestly happen. You don't click that finish button and the signatures are gone and we don't know where they went. It's because you didn't hit the finish button and you just have to redo it. Now it's my turn as the agent to go ahead and do my signature. Next signature, scroll down. Scroll down. And us as agents, we don't have as many signatures to do, and we hit finished. Now we'll see it. Sometimes people want to go ahead and think, oh no, I didn't add a physical I had, or I forgot a doctor's appointment that I had, and they want to edit it. You cannot edit the application once the signatures are applied unless you're going to go back and reapply those client signatures. The only thing you can edit is the producer statement. So maybe you have a second producer and you realize the phone number was incorrect or his agent number, then you can, yes, go ahead and click on that and you will be able to edit just the producer statement, save and exit. If you were to hit yes, again, it's just going to delete those signatures and you'll have to go back in and there will be a new request signatures and the action button will come up. So let's just view it and see the signatures are on there. See? You can exit out. So now what we're ready to do is submit it to the back office. You'll see that the status is now signed, ready to submit, review, submit to back office. When you click this button, it will actually go to the back office here, and our new business will go ahead and look it over, process it. If there's any issues, if she notices that maybe the commission code is incorrect or the first name, last name was reversed, something needs your attention, she will reach out to you and let you know. So now we'll go ahead and click Submit to Back Office. There it goes. It's on its way. You can see now Jane Doe is in review. You can view it. If you wanted to edit it, it would go ahead and kick it back. If there's something wrong and you decided, you know, we're not ready to submit it, you want to give us a call as soon as you can so our new business doesn't process it, because she does do them pretty quickly. So now that it's in there, it's in review, and that is honestly the entire e-app. We can go ahead and go back and look at Jane Doe again, just to show you the incomplete status. You just edit it. We're missing something here. You add the premium in there. Or in this case, we don't want to do initial premium, so we put a 0, no insurance, and now we're ready to go on this application. It's just that easy. If you do have any troubles, again, that quick start guide is an amazing tool. It will honestly walk you through step by step exactly where we were stuck on those signatures. It shows you that you do need to click both documents to be able to click the I agree. So now what we'll do is Mike Anderson will go ahead and open up the questions for everyone else. One last thing I did want to add is your first application always needs to be a paper application. You want to do that just to get a feel for it and do the correct steps. If you have any questions, of course, you can always call us here, and we can always help you. So let's go ahead and see what questions that we have.
Endorsed local provider for long-term care insurance here in the Seattle area. Hi.
Hello.
Do you have a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to follow up on the request you sent in to us yesterday. You might be starting to investigate long-term care insurance.
What was that? Sorry.
Okay. Well, I bought my policy at 44, and when you buy a policy at the same time, there's
I
huge.
think someone's talking on the phone.
Okay. So I guess,
all right. Sorry about that. We'll go ahead and get that caller. Does anyone have any questions pertaining to the e-app or how to get to the e-app? Let's just go back one more time to the Mutual of Omaha's homepage. You'll find the e-app on the left side under electronic applications. Choose any of these e-apps and go right to it. Again, you will do the live e-app when you're ready. Feel free to use that sandbox as often as you need. And if there isn't any questions, we can go ahead and close out the webinar. Again, if you have any questions and you'd like to call us personally, you can give us a call here at 800-672-7202.
20 minutes? Really?
Just a quick reminder, folks, our next webinar presentation will be next week on the 21st. We're going to take a stroll through the Life Secure's LTC 3 policy. I apologize for some of the folks that are being a little bit less than considerate here, carrying on conversations in the background, trying to get some of it muted so you can hear what Stephanie's got to say. We do appreciate y'all making your time available to join us here this morning. The presentation has been recorded. We'll get it processed and it'll be posted on our website. You can circle back to it, double check anything that you need to double check. And of course, we're always here and we're always available. If there's anything you have questions on, the number is 800-672-7202. We appreciate your time. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.